As dust, your shell opens beneath a pitch-black heavens, speckled with distant stars. You spin outward, slick and blind, into a realm that appears unfathomably vast. The sand is gritty and searing, each granule embedded in the folds of your fragile flippers. There's no time to adjust. Behind you, numerous siblings burst from their shells, a writhing horde racing towards the surf. Above, predacious seabirds glide along the shoreline like spectral apparitions, their cries stifled by the wind. Every flap of your flippers is a leap of faith. One slip, one pause, and you may become a gull's meal. Yet nothing can halt you. Instinct grips every muscle fiber, transforming fear into blistering velocity. The thunder of the ocean becomes louder, a rolling roar that rattles you to your core. You dash across the sand, feeling each grain resist your desperate push, until finally your belly meets the frigid foam. The surf envelops you, tossing you headlong into shimmering chaos. You gulp in brine and draw your flippers beneath, resolved to survive. The initial lesson of turtle existence is etched into your being. Move, or be consumed. Salt water stings your eyes and fills your lungs with raw dread. You kick fiercely, thrashing through turbulent waves until you establish a fragile rhythm. Below the surface, sunlight fractures into dancing beams that illuminate drifting plankton. Bioluminescent organisms flicker around you like luminous stars. Everywhere, life abounds in astonishing variety. Schools of vibrant-hued fish weave through coral arches. Octopuses momentarily emerge from crevices. Ethereal jellyfish pulse in tranquil procession. Yet beauty here comes with danger. A sleek fin slices through the water's surface. A reef shark, shadowed and unblinking. You tuck your flippers against your sides and press into the gritty bottom, your shell sinking into a narrow groove as the predator glides past, unaware of your presence. In that breathless stillness, you understand the ocean is both cradle and crucible. You learn to hold your breath, to quiet your heartbeat, to merge into the world's rolling tides. Here, you will thrive, or you will die in the attempt. Days blend into nights as you perfect the art of submersion. You discover kelp forests, towering strands that sway like emerald cathedrals beneath the waves. Among their pillars, you find sanctuary drifting in sun-dappled shafts of greenery. Crabs scuttle across your path, shrimp flee at your approach. Your first successful strike is a blur of instinct and elation. But the sea is merciless. A sudden storm churns the surface into explosive whitecaps. You are hurled against sharp reefs, battered by debris and currents that tore you from your hiding place. Bruised and battered, you stumble into a rocky inlet, the surge isolating you from the storm's full wrath. In this tranquil pocket, you rest, flipper trembling, chest heaving with each ragged breath. Storms will come and go. But you persevere. Years pass, and the ocean reshapes around you. What was once pristine blue now overflows with human debris. Plastic bags drift like ghostly jellyfish. Six-pack rings coil dangerously around coral limbs. One morning, you glide through an underwater field of abandoned crab traps. Steel wires slice into your flipper. You lash out in fear. Metal snaps, your flesh tears, and you break free, bleeding into the water. Oil slicks cascade down in rainbow-hued sheets, smothering plankton blooms. The stench of petroleum fills your nostrils, a toxic scent. Fish corpses float belly up. Seabirds lie lethargic on polluted waves. You realize your gravest enemies need not possess teeth. Ghost nets and plastics can snare and drown you as surely as sharks. Rage and sorrow collide within as you press onward, resolved to outpace humanity's devastation. One twilight hush, a great hammerhead appears. A prowling shadow against the dimming light. You freeze 15 feet below, lungs burning as you assess your options. Rush upwards and risk a confrontation, or sink deeper, trusting that stillness will cloak you. You choose the latter, pressing your shell into a sandy depression amid slender seagrass. The shark circles twice, nostrils flaring, then glides on indifferent. Relief surges through you, but you remain submerged. Patience, you've learned, can be your sharpest weapon. In the calm aftermath, you ponder what it means to survive. Not every conflict requires a fight. Sometimes evasion is success. Your migrations take you far from coastal shallows into the open ocean's undulating expanse. Here, filters of whale sharks descend through sunlit columns of blue. You swim among them, stealing drifting krill in the swirling vortex of their feeding frenzies. Massive manta rays glide above, wings spanning like silent kites, sifting plankton from the currents. As you pursue swarming lanternfish, you learn the ocean's deeper rhythms. Thermoclines, nutrient upwellings, hidden trenches etched by tectonic movements. Each day brings new prey and fresh hazards. Giant squid, drifting with glowing eyes, or enormous behemoths like blue whales, whose shadows can engulf you. You become part of the open sea's vast tapestry, one small but resolute thread. Even thousands of miles from shore, you sense a guiding force within. Scientists term it geomagnetic navigation. You call it homecoming instinct. Invisible lines of magnetism flow through the earth, resonating a silent tune that only you can perceive. You follow these lines northward through endless blue, tracing an invisible course back to nesting beaches. At night, glowing plankton trace your shell's outline in radiant blue. Their light dances in sync with currents, forging a living map that draws you ever closer to your birthplace. It is a journey of blind faith. No landmarks, no maps. Only an inherent compass guiding your every stroke. Years of voyaging and survival culminate in one sacred ritual. Beneath a silver moon, you haul onto the familiar shore. The sand here feels soft and yielding beneath your flippers. Distant figures move cautiously. Conservationists monitoring nests with low red lanterns. You discover the old cavity. Once your cradle, now your cradle maker's workshop. Using practiced strength, you dig deep chambers and lay 40 precious eggs. Each holds the promise of new life. Covering them gently with sand, you press the beach's warmth into your flippers, a final offering before returning to the depths. As you slide back into the surf, waves wash away your traces, but the truth endures. Your legacy persists in every buried egg. Diving back into the sea, you find a reef once vibrant, now ghost white under the sun. Fish that once swarmed like stars are now scattered clusters of cautious souls. The coral skeletons lie frail, bleached by rising temperatures and acidifying waters. Yet beneath the fractures, small fragments cling to life. Juvenile corals transplanted by human hands. Volunteers glide between arches, affixing pieces of living reef, coaxing color back into this underwater wreckage. You hover amid vibrant polyps, a living testament to both destruction and resilience. In coral's delicate rebirth, you glimpse hope. Your shell is etched with the grooves of time, barnacles like ancient markings. Flippers once tireless now protest each stroke. You slow in familiar waters, letting hatchlings scurry ahead, tiny silhouettes against moonlit waves. You escort them a short distance, guiding with silent presence before drifting away. Your purpose shifts from fledgling survivor to seasoned guardian. Each hatchling you guide continues your struggle. You persevere, even as currents grow unpredictable and storms intensify. Because some journeys never end. They simply pass the torch. Every turtle reaching the sea defies the odds, and every turtle succumbing to plastic or entanglement is a call for action. We stand at a crossroads. Permit the ocean to become a silent grave, become guardians of transformation. Reduce single-use plastics. Carry reusable bags, bottles, and straws. Join local beach cleanups. Restore nesting grounds to pristine sands. Support sustainable fisheries. Demand wildlife-safe nets and practices. Share this narrative. Inspire friends, family, and communities to engage. The ocean's destiny, and ours, hang in the balance. Let us make wise choices, ensuring the tides of life continue to swell and the age-old mariner's journey remains unbroken.